Slammy, ego, slammy, ego, slammy, ego, slammy, hey. Hit it up hard, hit it with a strike. From the national anthem to the bottom of the night. Amen. Slammy, ego, slammy, ego, slammy, ego, slammy, hey. You already know what's up. What's that? Another home run. We should know the job ain't done till we hold that trophy up. Hey.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 339 of the Talking Friars podcast and YouTube show. It's not going to be a long one. My computer's about to die, and I was supposed to come on at 1, but I was listening to Nick Martinez on the Darren Smith show. He was on for like multiple segments, so it was pretty cool hearing from him. But anyway, so Cole Hamels, he is signing a minor league deal with the San Diego Padres. He was one of the guys the Padres were rumored to be interested in. Kevin Acee, I think earlier in the week, he connected the Padres with Cole Hamels, saying that the Padres were in touch with, I believe, Hamels and Wacha's agents, and it ends up that they land both of those guys. The Michael Wacha contract is out. If you want a full breakdown on that, I have a video out on the YouTube channel, Talking Friars here. So go look that up. I think that's a great breakdown of the contract. Mark Feinsand laid out that tweet pretty well there. So that is out. Could be 4-year deal for Wacha. Could be 1 year if the Padres don't do the club option route, and if the Padres or if Wacha doesn't want the player option for 2024. So we'll see what happens there. But the AAV on that is like $6.5 million. So they should be still under that 273 number. With this Cole Hamels deal, it's kind of like, why not? Why not do this deal? Hometown kid, went to, I believe, Rancho Bernardo High School. So it's cool. I mean, the Padres, they've expressed interest in the past off seasons in Cole Hamels. I think they were interested in Cole Hamels a little bit, probably on a minor league deal like this one, before he signed with the Dodgers last off season. He signed with, so the most recent thing that we've seen from Hamels, at least publicly, him with the major league organization, was him signing with the Dodgers in 2021, and he did not pitch in any big league games. If you look on his baseball reference page, the Dodgers don't even show up there in 2021, but he was pitching in a simulated game in August of 2021, and I guess he hurt himself in that one inning that he threw. I'm reading in this MLB.com article by Juan Toribio. I think he covers the Dodgers. It says here Cole Hamels signing with the Dodgers. He was on the 60-day IL. He was placed on the 60-day IL in August of 2021 through a simulated game August 7th of 2021 at Dodger Stadium. Was scheduled to throw 2 innings, but threw 1. And then he had a lengthy conversation with the Dodgers pitching coach, Dave Roberts, a couple members of the front office, and then looks like he went back on the mound, tossed a few warm-up pitches. After the warm-up pitches, Hamels went back to second base for another discussion, then walked to the Dodgers clubhouse. So that was the last that we had really heard of anything about Cole Hamels. So he did not pitch in the big leagues for the Dodgers. 2020. So 2022, he did not pitch in the big leagues either, obviously. 2020 with the Braves, 1 game at the big league level, 3 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs. 2019 with the Cubs, 27 starts. So that was like his most recent, regular major league season as a starter. 3.81 ERA there, a little over 140 innings. I don't know if it's fair to be asking Cole Hamels to be doing that for the Padres. One, it's 2 different circumstances. Hamels was obviously starting games at the big league level for the Cubs back in 2019 when he had that sub 4 ERA and those 27 starts. And here it's a minor league deal. Like, it's totally low risk. I don't know how high the reward is, but it's like, again, like I said earlier, why not do this? Why not do the deal? It's kind of like, I was thinking about this as I was listening to the Nick Martinez interview on the Darren Smith show. Um, or it might have been during the commercial break. I don't know when. It doesn't matter. I was thinking like, well, this is for Peter Seidler. This is like, okay, if I had like $100 and I spent $2 on a pen or something like that, and it didn't work. All right, well, okay, whatever. It was $2. It's not like it's not like Peter Seidler's spending millions of dollars on this, right? It's a minor league deal. Cole Hamels, maybe he got some better offers from other teams, but he's a hometown kid. You know that the end of his career is coming. He didn't pitch last year, did not appear in the big leagues in 2021. Like, the end is coming. He's age, I think, 38, 37. Let me look that up. Cole Hamels, he's 39. My bad. Okay, wow. Age 39. Sorry, math is not my strong suit, I guess. I was looking at the baseball reference page. So age 39. So yeah, definitely he's just trying to hang on as long as he can. And maybe it was a goal of his to pitch for the Padres, his hometown team. I don't know how much he rooted for the Padres growing up, but I assume that the Padres were his team. Maybe that's not a good assumption for me, but because the Padres weren't as good as they are now. And so maybe he liked another team or just liked players, not teams. But maybe this was a goal of his at some point in his career, end his career with the Padres, and here's his chance. I don't know how long of a leash the Padres are going to give him, like on this minor league deal. Is it just a minor league deal, spring training invite, and then at the end of spring training, they'll just let him go if he doesn't want to go to El Paso? I don't know if he wants to go to El Paso. I don't know what he wants. We'll see. He'll probably talk to the media tomorrow or sometime later this week, or definitely at some point in spring training. Um, but yeah, it's a cool story, right? Hamels joining the Padres. It's another depth piece. It's a win if you get anything out of him. Like that. That's how I view this. So if you look at the Padres' depth after this Cole Hamels move, just looking at starting pitching options. So we already know the rotation: Darvish, Musgrove, Snell, and then is it Waka the 4, Martinez, and then Lugo? So 6-man. Melvin has not confirmed that they're going to a 6-man rotation, but he's open to it. And they just signed Waka. Waka had some good quotes to the media today, talking about how, the Padres, they've sent a message essentially to the league, like they're for real, and he wants to help the Padres win. So they bring him in. It was already going to be a 5-man, so you'd think that it would expand to a 6-man. So those are the 6 starters. Injuries can happen, right? But those are the 6 starters. And then there's Jay Groom, there's Cole Hamels, there's Brent Honeywell, there's Reese Kinnear, there's Adrian Morahone, there's Ryan Weathers. Like, those are the depth options. I could throw guys like Wilmer Font in there, right? Did I say Julio Teheran? I don't think I did. He's another option that you can throw in there, right? So they have a lot of arms, a lot of different options, a lot of different guys that you'll probably see on those spring training broadcasts from the first inning on, or if it's a 6-man rotation for the Padres. So uh, most most days are probably going to be started by a guy that's in the rotation. So maybe in the 4th or the 5th or the 6th. I know the bullpen guys got to get work too, but some of those days you'll see Cole Hamels pitching games. Probably you'll see Teheran's in the World Baseball Classic, but you'll see probably Wilmer Font a little bit. You'll see Honeywell, like Honeywell, Hamels. I'm interested in seeing how those guys look. I know those are 2 different guys, right? Honeywell, he's obviously younger. Let me see what Honeywell's age is. Hamels, on the other hand, right? He's ending his career, but I just want to see how they look. Honeywell's 27. The injuries have gotten to Honeywell, but when he's healthy, like, the upside is definitely there to be an impact guy, right? We saw him in the Futures game, 2017, I think. That was a long time ago, but he was striking out Vlad Jr., he was striking out the side. He's got some nasty pitches, right? But health is the thing. Hamels, I guess health is going to be another thing, right? But for him, it's kind of like, what does he have left? Like, that's what we're seeing. Honeywell, I know that he has something left. I need to see that he can be healthy. The Padres need to see that he can be healthy, right? So I'm interested in seeing those 2 guys. Ryan Weathers, I'm interested in seeing him. because he sucked in AAA, at least from the stats. I wasn't watching Ryan Weathers starts. Like I'm not going to sit here and act like I was watching every Ryan Weathers start in AAA El Paso last year, but he was not good. If you look at the numbers, I know numbers don't tell you everything, but when they're that bad, he struggled. So we'll see what he has this spring training. We'll see if Niebla can work with them and he can kind of get back to the guy that he was um, when he first came up with the Padres. But we'll see. But it's more pitching for the Padres. I don't think you can be mad at this Cole Hamels move. Like, really, how can you be mad at it? It's a minor league deal. We'll see what he has left. 2019 was a while ago, but he did have a sub-4 ERA when he was pitching consistently there with the Cubs. Atlanta, I don't know what happened there with Atlanta. I can look at his log on MLB.com just to see like how long he was actually with the Braves organization. Let's see here. So obviously, if I go through his career, right? First round pick, 17th overall by the Phillies in 2002, grew up in San Diego, Rancho Bernardo High School, made his big league debut 2006, and with the Phillies was when he was his best. I mean, obviously. If you look at his the baseball reference page is probably better for this, like accomplishments wise. 2007, he was an all-star, placed sixth in the Cy Young. 2011 with the Phillies, sub 3 ERA, over 200 innings, all-star, fifth in the Cy Young, placed eighth in the Cy Young, and was an all-star with an ERA around 3 in 2012. Placed sixth in the Cy Young in 2014 with the Phillies, and that was his last full season, it looks like, with the Phillies. 2015, split time with the Phillies and the Rangers. 2016, the last time he was an all-star. He got to 200 innings with the Rangers. He spent 2015, 16, 17, and part of 2018 with the Rangers, then the Cubs, the end of 2018, and then 2019 with the Cubs, 2020 with the Braves. And then the Dodgers, like I said at the beginning, they signed him. Sorry, my Siri's going off. The Dodgers signed him. He was pitching in that simulated game, and I guess he got hurt. And he elected free agency November 3rd of 2021, and he did not pitch last year. And now he's with the Padres. So that's Cole Hamels. A lot of accomplishments, right? A lot of times where he pitched over 200 innings. 2008, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. Almost got there in 2018, 190 and 2/3 innings. So he has been able to pitch a lot of innings in some years, but that's not what I'm expecting out of him. Let's be clear. I was just going over his accomplishments. He's not in his prime. The guy's 39. See what you can get. I like having the hometown guy. Like, I love Musgrove, so I love the signing. Just seeing what he has. Like, that's what it is with Cole Hamels. Just see what he has, and whatever you can get, if you can get something good, that's a positive, right? So we'll see how much time he gets in spring training action. Is he going to get more action on backfields so that they can have like the rotation and the bullpen guys pitch in big league spring training games? We'll see. But I like the move. Justin here in the chat says, great move by AJ. Low risk, low cost, more needed depth. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much it was needed, but you can always have more starting pitching depth. You can always have pitching depth, right? You ask any GM in baseball, they'll welcome the minor league Cole Hamels move, right? I don't think many teams are going to be like, no, I don't want that Cole Hamels deal. It's a minor league deal. It's low risk. If it doesn't work out, he doesn't work out, right? These owners are billionaires. It doesn't matter. It's another arm, right? You're never going to, like I said, you're never going to shoo away another arm, right? Justin says, we just need our bottom rotation starters in 2023 to eat innings and keep us in games. The big bats will do the rest. This move fits that mold. I agree. Yeah, and I don't even know where Cole Hamels now would stand among the starting pitching depth. Like, if we had power rankings for the Padres rotation, or the not the rotation, but the pitching depth options, right? How would we rank those names? Right? So you're obviously going to start with the rotation, right? I'm going to pull up the Padres depth chart here. You're not seeing this on your end on YouTube, but I'm just pulling it up here. So obviously, Darvish, Musgrove, Snell, Martinez, Lugo, Waka. But then, how would you rank Kinnear, Groom, Weathers, Honeywell, Morahone, and Hamels? Would it be Morahone number one, probably among that group? I would say. Would you go Jay Groom number two, Honeywell three, Hamels and Weathers? Like, is that how would you put it? And where would you put Julio Tehran in that group, right? Where would you put Wilmer Font in that group? I know I'm missing some other names that they signed. I forget if Eric Handhold is a starter or reliever, but they did sign him um, for probably like a minor league deal or an invite to spring training. There's a bunch of other guys. I mean, Preller has signed guys all off season long. But how would we rank those guys, right? I guess that's a question. Um, so I'm just interested in seeing. That's a storyline. How much does that's another question, right? How long does Hamill stay with the Padres organization? How long does he pitch for the Padres in spring training outings? Does he go to El Paso at the end of spring training? Like, what's the plan with him? I'm interested in seeing that. Alex with the super chat here. That's a great way to support the channel. I appreciate that, Alex. He says, I called it on Waka stream. They give Hamels the flyer. Yeah, you did. Yeah, good call. I mean, I didn't know where Hamels was going to sign. I didn't know if the Padres were like really interested in Hamels or it was just a check in. Like, where does Hamels want to sign? If he doesn't want to sign with the Padres, then they didn't pursue it. Like, what was the situation there? And obviously, it seems like Hamels wanted to be with the Padres. So, again, I don't see how someone can not like the move, right? Like, it's a minor league deal, a hometown guy, minor league deal. I'll get back to the chat here. Hopefully, my laptop doesn't die here. But first, this episode is sponsored by Gaglione Bros famous cheesesteaks and garlic fries. Their main location is on Friars Road, and you can visit gaglionebros.com for their menu and contact information. You can also enjoy their cheesesteaks and fries at Petco Park and inside Snapdragon Stadium. All right, getting back to the chat here. Brian says, good move overall. Your thoughts on a possible trade for Seth Brown? Pitching is set. Yeah, I think the pitching, I mean, you're probably not going to see other moves, right? And as for Seth Brown, I don't think it's needed. I like the group that we have right now. I mean, we have depth all over the place. I mean, yeah, you could say the bench depth could be a little stronger, but Tatis is coming back after the 20 games, and I trust Grisham. I want to see him bounce back. I don't want to give up on him. Obviously, Juan Soto's in left. They have multiple first basemen. Carpenter, Cronenworth obviously is going to be starting there. Like, they're good. I don't think Seth Brown is like a fit right now. Obviously, you could add him to the lineup or to the team if they made the deal, but I don't think he's needed right now. Like, that's something that I think the Padres should look at if he's still on the A's before the trade deadline and there's like injuries that happen. Like, that's where they look at Seth Brown. I same thing with like Brian Reynolds and stuff like that. Like, Prellers, he's probably gonna check in like every other day on these guys, or once a week on these guys. Like, that's just who he is. He works his butt off, and I love that about him. He's a legend. But I I'm good with where the roster is at. I was good with the roster before they got Waka, to be honest. Just seeing where the roster was, just seeing what they have, seeing what they got in these guys. They add Waka. I like it. It's a creative contract. I absolutely love those creative contracts. Maybe it's confusing to some people, but I love those. Um, and this Cole Hamels deal, it's a flyer, taking a flyer on him. How can you not like it, right? Padres blogger, keep up the good work. Thank you. Yeah, much love to the Friar faithful. Chris says Waka and Hamels the next Arrieta and Velasquez. No, I don't think. I think Waka's going to be better than Arrieta. I know you said just kidding, Chris. I don't think that Waka's going to be Arrieta or Velasquez. He's going to work out better than them. Hamels might be an Arrieta or Velasquez, but if he is, again, it doesn't matter. Like it's a minor league deal. It's like $2 to Peter Seidler. So whatever. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. The Padres aren't falling off a cliff, and they have to go get Velasquez or Arrieta because those are the only guys available, right? That's not where we are, right? We have the depth right now. We have starting pitching. We have much better rotation than that. What was that? 2021. Yeah, this is definitely a different situation. Devin says, "Did you hear about Corbin Burns' comments? Absolutely brutal." Yeah, pretty much he bashed the Brewers for how they handled the arbitration process, and he was pretty much away from his family on Valentine's Day. Was on a plane, just got home in time at the end of Valentine's Day, and essentially the Brewers like put the blame on him for why they missed the playoffs. Corbin Burns, why they missed the playoffs. Whenever he had a bad outing, the next outing he struck out 14 guys, or he had a quality start, went 7 innings. Like it seemed like the Brewers, I mean, they were arguing with him. They went to arbitration with him over less than $750,000. Like this was a situation that could have been avoided. I don't see an extension happening there anytime soon, or extension talks even happening. I think Corbin Burns has characterized the Brewers like multi-year offers, as pretty poor. I'm going to do an episode tomorrow so we can discuss that more probably. Then on the Corbin Burns front, and I'll probably discuss it more tomorrow. I'd love to have Corbin Burns, but again, I don't think the Padres need him right now. Like before the trade deadline, maybe they can reassess. But right now, I like Darvish, Musgrove, Snell, Waka, Lugo, Hamels, Tehran, Groom. See what they have. Like I like that. I don't think you need to go trade Jackson Merrill right now, right? I know they're going all in, but I think you wait on that. So we'll see what happens there. We can talk more about Corbin Burns tomorrow live on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss when I go live tomorrow if you want to be in the chat. Podcast listeners, I appreciate you for listening, obviously. YouTube, live, replay, whatever. I appreciate you, obviously, as well. Padres fans, you guys are the best. I really love communicating with you guys on social media at Talking Friars or here on YouTube, at the ballpark. So yeah, that'll do it. Thank you so much. Episode 339, just an instant reaction to the Cole Hamels move. More depth, low risk. Gotta love it. Hometown guy. All right, see ya.